But there's a sweet science to boxing. There's a sweet science to boxing.
The best and the coolest thing about my career is called the sweet science.
There's a sweet science to boxing.
It's to hit and not get hit.
So one of the guys that I have been talking about, one of the up-and-coming prospects, Abdullah Mason, he will be fighting tonight. Now, he's going to be fighting a guy named Ronald Run. Now, this guy that he's fighting is someone who's a little more seasoned than Abdullah Mason. He has power himself. You know, he has a 78% knockout ratio. Now, this guy turned pro way before Abdullah Mason. You know, he turned pro back in 2017, and Abdullah Mason turned pro in 2021. When Ronald Run turned pro in 2017, that's when Abdullah Mason started being an amateur in 2017. So when he was a pro, Abdullah Mason was an amateur. And so he's definitely, when it comes to pro boxing, he's a little more seasoned than Abdullah Mason, but I still got Abdullah Mason pulling this off. I still got him going out here, and I ain't really going to say he's going to dominate this guy, but he's definitely going to give him that work. He's going to give him that work, and I think he's definitely going to knock him out. Would it be a cold knockout or a TKO? Not too sure. In my heart, I know that it will be a knockout. So be on the lookout for that, man. Like I said, Abdullah Mason is one of those up-and-coming guys. Be on the lookout for him. They will be fighting on ESPN. And then, of course, we got Jared Anderson. He's going to be fighting as well. He's fighting a guy named Ryan Murray. Now, if I didn't pronounce that right, sorry about that. But he's going to be fighting him as well on ESPN. Jared Anderson is one of those guys where, to me, it seems like he's not focused as much as he should be. And then on top of that, supposedly he got a court date coming up this Monday from when he got arrested. I think that was about a month or 2 months ago. So hopefully he could stay focused and not even think about that and just go out here and try to get this win tonight, because he's one of those heavyweights who's moving up in the ranks. And I want to see him up there. You know, he's not no number one contender or nothing like that, but he's definitely getting up there and he's moving up. Eventually, I want to see him and Frank Sanchez go at it. They are two of the heavyweights that's not right at the top who are undefeated. Of course, the guys who are right at the top who are undefeated is Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. But these guys are definitely on the rise, Frank Sanchez and Jared Anderson. So I'm actually hoping he wins. I'm not really a big fan of Jared Anderson, but I'm hoping he wins just to see him move up the ranks and just to see him get some of those good fights. You know, like a Frank Sanchez and like a Anthony Joshua, and eventually like a Usyk or a Tyson Fury. So be on the lookout for that fight as well. And I do got Jared Anderson stopping this guy as well with a knockout. Don't know what round, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a knockout. Then moving on to the MMA. So you got Alex Pereira and Jamahal Hill. There's more people on this card for UFC 300, but this is the main fight that I'm really interested in. Alex Pereira and Jamahal Hill. Now remember, Jamahal Hill is not the champion right now. He's a challenger, but remember, he never lost his belt. Remember, he just got hurt while he was playing basketball. That's why he don't have the belt, even though he was the champ. And so, of course, when you're hurt and you're out for a certain amount of time, you know, they have to get the belt from you and they have to let it be vacant again so somebody can fight for it. And that's what happened. So that's why he don't have the championship. Now, I don't know who's going to win this bout. I'm not really a big fan of Alex Pereira like that. But then again, I'm not a big fan of Jamahal Hill. I just like the UFC. Now, when it comes to who's going to win this, I'm going to put it like this. I ain't never seen Jamahal Hill get knocked out, but I have seen Alex Pereira get knocked out. Now, these both are heavy hitters. Both of these guys are. And given the case that they both are heavy hitters, and I've seen one of them get knocked out, and I haven't seen the other one get knocked out before, I'm going to have to go with the guy who's never been knocked out before. I'm going to have to go with Jamahal Hill. I got a feeling that he definitely will knock out Alex Pereira if Alex Pereira don't knock out him first. And if for anybody who want to come and try to tell me something like, but Jamahal Hill have been knocked out before, bro. No, he hasn't. Where his records say, oh, it was a TKO. Yeah, they counted it a TKO stoppage because the guy broke his arm. Paul Craig broke his arm. That's what happened. He didn't knock out Jamahal Hill. He broke Jamahal Hill's arm. And it was in the first round. Jamahal Hill just made a mistake. He messed around and let the guy grab onto him, and they got on the ground, and he broke his arm. So the ref had to stop it because he had him in like some type of leg hold, and he was hitting him in the head with his elbow, but his arm was already broken at that point. So that's why the ref went on ahead and stopped it. And of course, they had to get a guy a TKO win. I mean, technically, they call it, that's what the TKO stands for. The T stands for technically, it was a knockout. Technically. But in actuality, the only thing he did was broke Jamahal Hill's arm. That's all he did. So, like I said, Jamahal Hill ain't never been knocked out. Alex Pereira have. So I'm going to have to go with Jamahal Hill.